Hello, sexy souls. Good morning. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on. So, guess what? It's coffee and tarot time, right? So, definitely grab your beverage of choice. Today, I have a smoothie. Smoothie. Give me a moment. I'm right here. I'm not like I haven't gone anywhere, but you know. It's amazing how I'm ready. I'm good. Yes. And then I sit down and I start and I'm like, shh. I got this. And well, where is it? Okay, so I don't know where my other one is. Did it disappear? Did it do its job? Y'all, I always have my hematite ring on. This is like my receiving, whatever. Oh, the chair's talking today. Okay, anywho, so, whatever. Get your beverage of choice. Today it is a smoothie. It is yummy. I taught my soon-to-be 19-year-old son how to do it because he just loves it when mommy does it because it's just so much better when mommy makes it. If you know, you know. And it's yummy. It's yummy. So, you're gonna hear me. That's good stuff. So I was, I know this sounds really weird. You know, sometimes I don't really pay too much attention to things that come in before I start reading because, well, when you start to open up, sometimes you can get random things until you hone in, right? I just have a feeling here that things are going to start coming in a lot more because they seem to like to do this a lot more now than before. Like messages that seem pertinent to whatever it is that I'm going to do for the reading. Now, this one I'm interested in because I'm a little like, what? I feel like the human in me is going, do what? Tell me more. It feels like juicy, like what they were telling me. And I don't know why it feels that way. And I don't know why my human gives a poo, but it does. And so what I was getting, they kept saying show and tell. Show and tell. And I'm like, okay, that could be like a million awesome things. Show and tell, you know, like, okay. And I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm like, they keep saying neighbors. And I'm going, whoa, because my human brain goes, oh, I don't want to see. I don't want my neighbors to show and tell nothing. But neighbors could be symbolic too, just, you know, someone external to you that's within your vicinity, your network, your connection. Not necessarily like, you know, somebody that's like adjacent to you. Oh, okay. Somebody that's adjacent to you potentially. And I don't know. Are you the one showing and telling your neighbors? I don't know. Is it any of my business? Maybe not. Are you going to share it with me? I think so. I think I'm going to find out. So let's buckle in for this ride and figure out what's going on. If it doesn't resonate just at this point, that's perfectly fine. It may still be your message. It may not. But you know you interested. You know you interested. Yes. And why does the Starman Tarot feel so absolutely right for this reading? Because it is. You know it is. I love the Starman Tarot. It's one of those that I came across, had no clue it existed. It was in a bookstore of all things, and I just, it was, David Starman, or not David Starman, David D'Angelo, David Starman, good Lord. Y'all, some days, let me just show you. I've got the box down here. David D'Angelo and his wife, what was her name? Gosh dang it. Anyways, Angelus, not Angelo. Good Lord, that dude's probably like, this heifer, don't know. So he was the artist for David Bowie. He created artwork for his albums and various different things. And so it's just, oh, yeah. So anywho, I think somebody out there needed to know that, but this is one of the ones where I'm in a bookstore and I had to, and I couldn't at that time because I was like, you know, I had already maybe spent enough for the month, but it was like, when I get the extra cash, and it wasn't very expensive. I'm not trying to act like this like some grandiose tarot deck. It's just that I had already spent enough for that month, and I was like, do you really need to right now, Shauna? You can wait. And so I don't know why I'm telling you all of this, but I had to have this. Like whenever you get that draw on that calling, like that's mine, that one's mine, that one's mine. It's one of those where I will not ever get rid of this deck. Much like my, I don't know why I'm saying all this. Maybe this is important for somebody. Maybe this is going to play into things. This is my Secret Tarot. This is actually a copy, a replica of it. A replica. It's another copy of it. It's a newer copy. The one that I have is very worn because I've had it since I was 18. Shush your mouth about the age, okay? Shush your mouth. Anywho, so, show and tell. That is so funny. That is so funny. I didn't realize what I was doing. I said, like, they keep saying show and tell, and I literally just show and telled all this junk. I'm like, oh, look at this, and da-da-da-da. And it's like, it's almost like when you're a kid and you go to school and you bring something for show and tell and you describe everything. It's almost like you're presenting something, like maybe either an aspect of yourself. I just saw the biggest raven outside go in front of my window. I'm looking out, I'm at an angle, like the windows, and I just saw, okay, show and tell. That's a message from Spirit. It's almost like being prompted or guided by Spirit to show and tell something off. You know, something that might be unique, people don't know about, but it's meaningful to you. Because that's what I did. Like a little kid going to school. Okay. I was wondering why I felt like I wanted to tell you all about the book and why I had to have it. Or not the book, but there is a book that comes along with the Starman Tarot deck. Like, I'm like, oh, you know, it's like, and like I'll never get rid of, like, it's something that's meaningful to you. Something meaningful to you, you're meant to show and tell. And there's something about, what is the neighbors? Something that's adjacent to you. Maybe it's like somebody's watching you, or people can see you. Because, you know, like the crazy lady in the neighborhood that walks out all whatever and does weird stuff. And everybody can see it and they're like, okay. I'm curious now. Because, you know, at first when they presented it to me, it sounded like, ooh, some risky stuff was going on. Risky. And it may be that, you know, like, you know how neighbors do. They'll judge. They'll judge and they'll say some, you know what I mean? Or they get real nosy. Ooh, somebody's nosy. That's what it is. That's what it is. Somebody's nosy about what you're presenting. King of Cups, the Sun. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay, sorry. I'll get it together, maybe. Oh, Oh, okay. Okay. I'm already getting show and tell. It's almost like time to step out. That reminds me of some, I write some things down sometimes when stuff comes through. I got something else channeled to me, but it wasn't just before. Oh, it was the I'm coming out. You know that song? I want the world to know. Gotta let it show. I don't know if that's the words, but I'm gonna let it show. I'm coming out. Like, sometimes things come through and I write it down for later and I just forget it. Because like it'll come through perpetually and I don't know. There's something, okay, the way that this comes out, show and tell. got it, show and tell. Somebody's watching. Somebody's seeing this. Somebody's getting a preview. Somebody's watching something. And I feel like it is like, there's a sense that, you know, with show and tell, it's like it's something that's meaningful to you. You're showing people for the first time. You're kind of letting them in on something about yourself. For some people, this could be like a unique aspect of yourself that you don't really tend to show to the world. And it's like you're going to start revealing this. But for others, it's almost, I get this energy of having been hidden away, something that's been unknown. but it's coming, like you're bringing it out. This could play out in so many different ways, right? Like even this, I'm even getting like maybe you've been off the market like for a long time in regards to relationships, and so you just, you know, like people aren't used to seeing you happy, giddy, or excited, or like flirtatious, or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you step out with a new person. Like that's the energy of like you've been MIA, and then suddenly, because here's the thing, whatever this is, it's a fuck yes. Okay, Sun card is the yes, yes, yes card of the deck. It is the, not just a, okay, maybe, it is a hell yes. You know, that whole scenario of like, that analogy of if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no kind of thing. King of Cups doesn't necessarily show much to the world, right? Everything's kind of like deep within him. Just because he feels something immensely or experiences something or has adoration for something doesn't mean that everybody else in the world knows, right? Sometimes you just don't understand the depths of something. So, you know, he can be the person that only shows certain aspects when he feels is necessary, right? Because first off, King of Cups don't pour his cup into just anything. That's his cup. He ain't like first off, it has to be full, and whatever he's pouring into is going to help replenish his cup, right? Like he just doesn't show his cards all the time, especially emotionally. But when he does, it means something to him, and he knows for a fact that it means something to him. And I get the energy of either you are like, this is something very meaningful to you, and it is a fuck yes, and it is finally being seen, something that people haven't seen from you, either a side of you or an aspect or a secret, something like some kind of a secret in your life. Because, oh my God, he's huge. I just saw that raven again. He's huge. Holy crap, he's huge. He had something in his mouth. I saw it. But this could also be like someone seeing you. Like I'm also getting that. Like someone who is making a beeline for you. Like you're a fuck yes to them. You know what I mean? And because on this side, whoever's watching don't like it. They don't like it. We got the Three of Swords, right? Three of Swords. They're not going to communicate this, or they haven't. Because the swords are pointed down. And they're like left confused, and it's something's imprinted on their heart. And we've got the Devil, which is like, obviously the Devil is like illusions, or maybe they're still tied into some kind of illusion. So whatever is about to be showed and told that you're about to show and tell to everybody, that you're about to step out and show the world, it's crushing somebody's illusion of you. And it's creating some kind of sadness, confusion, and it feels like some kind of type of permanent divide. And I got to be honest with you, this person engages, because Devil card gives me a lot of codependent vibes. You know, because the Devil card in like Rider-Waite, you're barely chained. Like you can unshackle yourself from the chains. There's no real limitation. You are succumbing and you are surrendering to something that is unhealthy, illusory, obsessive, you know, like buying into something that is not beneficial for you. It's very codependent in nature. Like you more or less are really choosing to stay there because of your own illusions or delusions. You know what I'm saying? Buying into something that's not real. And so whoever's over here, the neighbor situation, is going to see it not really like this. So I call it a neighbor, but it's somebody that's adjacent to you. Somebody that to me says like somebody on your level, like well, not necessarily they want to correct me, like somebody that's within your network or your circle of connections. So this wouldn't be like a boss, somebody that has like some kind of sense of authority in your life. This isn't like family or like parents type of situation. This is somebody that's like a contemporary. Thank you, Spirit. You let me just freaking wallow in that for a while. Or somebody that used to be your contemporary. Okay. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Okay. Okay. And I'm like, what is the relevance of this, right? You know, we could do the whole like, well, maybe it's their karma to see this, you know, kind of thing. And that just sounds very like petty. Like, why do we care? What do we need to know that for? That's not our concern. We're over here being happy. We are someone's fuck yes, or there's something that is a fuck yes to us. What is the point? Queen of Cups. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Dang. Oh, guys, this is a match. Whatever it is, meant for you. Whatever this is, it is like beautiful alignment. That's why it's going to be a shine. That's why it's a solid yes. That's why it's going to be successful. That's why it's like, this is the path. Because the Sun card is also like, this is the path that I go. But it's the path to a lot of happiness. If you're already in a relationship, y'all's about to make some moves towards a path. I think that you're going to shine in your happiness. It's going to be abundantly clear. Like you're in a very receptive state, nurturing state, loving state. Your cup is completely full. Very intuitive. If this is an existing couple, you all are a match. Y'all are in alignment right now. And this path, this thing that you're about to step out on and show the world, that you're about to show and tell, it is going to bring a lot of longevity. This is like legacy type of, like, it's going to have a lot of permanence. It's a lot of permanence. Jesus, I'll tell you what. It's going to have a permanence in your life. Longevity. Ten of Pentacles is going beyond just achieving what you personally want. This is like something that you get to share and grow, like family vibes. It's going to benefit more than just you. And it's going to be like the thing that you can point to at the end of your life and say, I did that. That was badass. Like this is the what you want to be able to say. Like people want the Ten of Pentacles at the end of their life to be like, I am so proud of this. And it's almost like it leaves an imprint long after you're gone type of energy, right? For those that are single, you're meeting someone that's in alignment with you, and it makes sense because it is a big fuck yes, and they are looking at you like you are an absolute yes, and like, and they're not wrong. They are not wrong. We got the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. This is a divine counterpart. It's going to last a long time. This is the kind of relationship that will last. And I get a feeling that this could be for some people who've just met somebody and they're finally deciding to make things known. But I get a sense that because the King of Cups normally doesn't display, it's like it's on a need to know basis. Like you know what I mean? There's something about this individual who, because you're a fuck yes, you will be put on, not in a like materialistic or like objectified fashion on display. It's they see a future with you. And you, like, what the two of you can build and have together being the utmost important aspect in their life. And the thing that they're the most proud of. That they feel like, okay, you know, no matter what they've accomplished in life, this is a thing. What they build with you and what they have with you and the family that you build, because we've got a family down here. What the two of you have will benefit so many. It'll live long beyond the two of you. So that's why I think legacy long-term, like this is a long-term relationship that's coming in. I feel like there's a good number of you. For couples, this feels, you know, I don't want to discredit that this could be something that's coming in and being offered that's in alignment with you and you're like, I'm showing out. But there's definitely two different energies here. So whatever it is, I'm going more along the lines of, because, like, okay, so many messages coming through. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me break it down. One, if you're already in a relationship, there's people that have felt like you wouldn't make it, that you wouldn't prosper, that it was just a matter of time, that things were going to go wrong. And it's almost as if there's a turn, a path, you know, like harmony is found and you all start making progress and building your legacy, and it upsets people. If you've just met somebody and you all have been dating, there's this sense of knowing that there is longevity to this. And now, while you may not let your business be known to people, people will know and people are going to be watching. Like there's this sense of, I don't feel the need to hide this. I'm so confident in how this is going to go. It is a fuck yes. Like people are going to see my happiness. You know, I'm claiming this publicly. And for those where you're single, somebody's coming in and they're going to know quite fast. And they may be known for not sharing their personal life because the King of Cups just doesn't. Even if he feels something very deeply, like I think that people would look at him as if you weren't the right person, if you weren't in his inner circle, you might think he's a player. You might think he's a fuckboy. You might think he's a whatever, because he just doesn't, like, people don't really know. People are guessing about this person's, how do I put it? The people are guessing about this person's life. Like there's so many aspects. It feels very mysterious. And there is a sense of, yes, you're just so in alignment with this person and exactly what they want. They don't just pour their cup into anybody. But when they do choose to show their emotions, it is genuine, sincere. So it feels like to other people that are going to see this, they cannot believe that this person, I don't know why that I'm hearing claims you. It's almost as if they're not going to hide the fact that they are dating you. In fact, they're going to feel so drawn to share it in the sense that they don't care. I feel like before they may have felt like, I don't want prying eyes because I want to develop this. I want to see where it goes. I'm still figuring this out myself. And this person's going to know right away, like fast, that they want to pour their cup into you. You are in such good alignment with them. This is like divine counterpart type of energy. And they see so far into the future with you. And that's not something that they can say. They might have liked and even loved people before. But being able to perceive the future, it's like they're going to, they're not hiding their emotions and they're not hiding, and that's going to upset some people. I think people had illusions about this individual or this couple or about you. and it's not, people aren't going to be happy about this. You may not hear directly from all that don't like this. And that's kind of curious. You know what I mean? Not that it's anybody's business. They need to mind their business, stay in their own lane. But I'm just saying. Like, literally. But I get a sense also to be careful. Because, not for you to be careful in the sense, like, it feels so much. Okay, guys. The devil energy also gives me the sense that somebody can harbor negative emotions, and they can project false truths out to the world. Like, they still hold on to those false truths, and that they may be sharing that, like projecting that out, but not directly to you. You know what I'm saying? Because take a look at this. It's funny also that in this particular Three of Swords, there's 2 swords and then one over here. Whatever illusion they held on to, they now feel has been crushed. They're confused about it. They really believe this illusion or delusion. And this could be an ex, or this could just be people, like, if the King of Cups is somebody who eyes are on him, that's why I feel like people have wondered about this person. And so when they come out and it's like a show and tell, it's like, oh, it's news and people will talk. But I don't think it's going to be anything directly to you all. No one's going to come up to your face. Well, some might. But it's really like somebody felt, for some people, somebody felt they had a claim to this person. Or a hope still left out. Or for you. Somebody, like, it could be an ex of yours. Or even someone that wasn't an ex. Because I'm getting a very broad energy on this. Like, this could be random people, too. Just because they think they know somebody. And I think the mystery of this person's life has been what kept a lot of people paying attention. And when they choose to step out, and to me, that's almost like this sadness is like an energy. I get these sense of potential, like, you know, when we talk about like evil eye and sending negativity unintentionally towards you, you might, like, they don't like this. They don't like this. 8 of Wands and Judgment. Oh, this is gonna, okay, hold on. I feel like this is going to go between the 2. Wow. This is going to happen fast. So this is going to develop fast. There's not a lot of, like, once this trajectory starts going, it's going to develop fast. And Judgment Call is like, they know. Okay, for those where this is a person that you either just met or are about to meet, they know. This is fast paced. Like, when I tell you they know, they know. And I think this is going to develop and come into your life fast, but also they don't have no problems communicating what they feel. They feel drawn and called to you, and they're going to, Judgment Call is all about, like, balancing of scales, but answering that call. And they have no, and 8 of Wands is communicate. They have no problem saying something. I also feel like they don't have a problem claiming you in the world, like, publicly. And it's gonna, there's it develops fast. This is gonna develop fast. And I think that whoever this is over here, the neighbors are gonna be like, wait, what? When they see this. Show and tell. This is interesting, guys. This is interesting. Okay. That, I don't want to, like, I'm going to put this over here with them more so. It feels like it's in between, and I think that, okay, here we go, guys. Sacred Clown, which is the Fool card. Wow, okay. I hope y'all can see this really well. And this person's over here. How did you want to do this? You know, with show and tell, when you're a little kid, people learn something new about you. You give people a new perspective. These people that are adjacent or that are contemporaries to you that are in your environment or circle that are not happy with this or feel some type of way about this, like they're being left out, like now there's no hope. It's forcing them to, I mean, really honestly, look at some kind of illusion or delusion, depending on the scenario, who they are, in there that they've held in regards to whatever the circumstance, you, this other energy, this other person, whatever that is. But that's like a side note. I gotta be honest with you. That's a little bit like you're gonna notice this happening, and they're saying this is going to happen, and people may have something to say, but no one's really gonna be able to, it's not like somebody's coming. They feel like somebody on the outside, like, I don't know why they feel they get to feel this way, is what I, you know what I mean? Like, what business is it of theirs type of situation, right? Just like when with neighbors, like, you know, if you do you and they don't like it, what business is it of yours? I'm not making you do this. It's none of your business. Mind your business. But like neighbors who don't necessarily say something, but they gawk and they might talk amongst themselves, but they don't, like, they don't really play a factor into this. Live your life is what I'm feeling. It is very new. When we're talking about the Eight of Wands, this is going to develop fast. It's coming in. Because, and the thing is, it's like the Knight of Pentacles for me. It's because it's coming in integrity, right? I don't buy into this shit that Knight of Pentacles goes slow necessarily. I don't think it has anything to do with timing most of the time. In most circumstances. To me, it's about showing up in integrity. When both people are in integrity, meaning that their words, actions, and energy all match. They're being upfront, honest, transparent, and standing in their truth and their power. You're going to know fast whether or not this is, like, something's going to work or not, right? Like, you're going to know if you're remotely compatible. Like, it's not going to take 10 years or 5 years to finally come to a realization, oh, this person's like this. Because the level of manipulation and coercion and like passive-aggressive behaviors is it's not like you're not going to question things. You're going to know. You're just going to know. Their intentions are upfront and apparent. What they want and desire, upfront and apparent. Who they are is upfront and apparent. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when both people show up that way, yes. And so it's a little bit like, I think this plays into this. It's a new beginning, and it's people are going to be looking at you a bit different now. People are, because the hangman puts himself in a different light. Whatever the hell y'all be doing is definitely going to be putting y'all in a different light. Whoever is the King of Cups versus the Queen of Cups, or whatever it is, people are going to see you differently. Because you're behaving differently. You're letting them see a part of your life and a part of you they haven't seen. Sorry, guys. I'm not the person that usually does this. It's not very fun. There's lessons to be learned for other people that are watching this. Because justice is all about karmic rewards or karmic justice. You know, it's the balancing. It is the just rewards is what I would say. Wrongs being put right. I'm curious because the one card that feels so out of place here, because I'm thinking this is for them. As much as it is for you all, and we could leave it in the middle, right? Both parties, like this is what you get for being in that integrity, right? For waiting for what it is that you want and owning it and stepping out and saying, fuck yes, right? You're in alignment with this. You're choosing it. But it's also, this feels heavily over here for whoever's watching, and it's so curious. Like, I don't understand the Four of Pentacles. I'm not picking up an energy off of this. And my brain wants to go, did somebody wait too long? Did somebody wait? Like, that could be for exes and things like that. But they don't feel, a lot of these, this feels like a bunch of people. And that may be because I'm reading for a bunch of different people. But this feels a little bit like, I don't know. Let's talk about this, Spirit. What is the Four of Pentacles, please? Clarify this. Emperor, did something flip? I think something flipped completely all the way around because I saw something else flip. Okay. Oh! My cards just went kersloosh. I think it's because I was still looking to see if there is. I was trying to figure out if something still flipped. Don't mind the little tiny hands that has difficulty. Jesus. I get it. It's the reward. This King of Cups who hasn't claimed or brought his stuff publicly to others, and people haven't been able to see this. It's because he was King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Emperor. This is how people have seen him. This is somebody where they've not, again, he hides his emotions. They see this King of Cups. I don't care who it is. Gender don't matter. But this person operates, this energy operates in a massive boss energy. And this is primarily what they've seen. This is how they view and see this individual or you. They don't know much about you personally or about your personal life. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups, same energy, same energy. And the Four of Pentacles is having abstained or refrained. Like having focused on their tangible day-to-day life, finances, job, career, and not showing, almost like not going after. Because with the Four of Pentacles, they're a little bit reserved, a little bit not necessarily, you know. And I think that whoever in this scenario is the King of Cups, remember I told you, they don't just pour their cup into anybody or anything. They know for a fact, again, much like the Eight of Wands, all of these wands, and this one particular wand coming out of here knows exactly where it's going to go. It's like they all are heading to, and in traditional tarot, like all 8 wands, right, are heading to the same spot. They're all heading in the exact same direction. That's what gives it swiftness. This King of Cups knows. So they have withheld, they have held back, and not really, I don't feel like they have pursued, right? Because there's a bit of a stingy, stubborn energy with the Four of Pentacles. And that's paying off. Because they didn't do the whole shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing. I'm going to go for this. Shiny. But you know what? I bet people felt like, because if you're the boss energy, people will fill in stories. I'm just going to tell you, right? If they don't know really what's going on in your personal life or your emotional world, they may fill in stories of what you do to satisfy them. And that might be a bit of the illusions that they were buying into. Okay. And so for this, I feel like this is like a reward. This is like getting that heartfelt connection finally, because you didn't settle before. Because they didn't settle. And now people are getting to see a different side of whoever this is. It's giving a different perspective. It's a whole brand new way of looking at this person and looking at you. And it's like, I don't think it's anything that others have seen before. And that's why they're talking. They're talking because, especially when you have that one neighbor that's very to themselves, and suddenly, you know, that one house where you're like, I never see anybody coming and going. And then they come out and you're like, oh, I thought it was an old lady that lived there. And it's, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, Peeps is going to have people talking. Okay. And the rate at which this is like good on whoever the King of Cups is for holding out until they find the right cup to pour into, and being discerning about who they share that level of depth with. For couples, you've kept a lot of things quiet. And the only thing that people were really able to know was really what you let the world know. The Emperor, you can see the moves that they make. The King of Pentacles is very up front and center, boss energy. People are getting a glimpse into more than just that. And they got stuff to say. And it's going to crush some illusions for some people. But for you, because I'm reading like this is for you. And here's the funny thing. I think the majority of the people that I'm reading for are either the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups. This is a fuck yes. And for those where this is the Queen of Cups, just know that this is 100%. They see longevity, they see legacy, they see a family, they see their future far into the future with you. They are absolutely choosing you, and you are not an option to them. And they want everyone to know they are so proud of connecting with you. They feel it very deeply. The King of Cups feels it deeply. And this is not a scenario where you're going to be separate from their other aspects of their life. You will be integrated in. And if it feels like it's moving fast for you, it's because they know. They have a deep knowing, and they have a deep knowing. Alrighty, that was way longer than I anticipated, but okay. And that was pretty cool. That's like, I claim. Yay! Alright, y'all have a great day.